Well, to another kind of moving around, Super Bowl 52 is fast approaching, with football fans gearing up to tweet their team's big moments. Though confidence that Twitter will be up and running on game day is doubtful after the app crashed Wednesday, leaving users unable to post updates. Yahoo Finance's Dan Howley has the latest on the outage and what's going on at Twitter HQ. I know that when I tried to tweet or follow someone, it said, no, you can't follow any more people. I was horrified.
Yeah, Rochelle, I had the same exact problem. Horrified or thankful, one or the other, especially when it comes to Twitter. But yeah, I ran into the issue where I was trying to follow people and it said I had reached a limit. Then I tried to tweet something and it said I reached a limit as well. And this seems to be what everybody was experiencing on Twitter. It was down for about 90 minutes yesterday. The reason isn't exactly clear just yet, but you'll remember that Twitter laid off a huge chunk of its workforce and closed one of its servers out there in California. So there's been some talk about whether or not stability is an issue. Now, Elon Musk seemingly has talked about how stability is not a problem. According to him, they've proven that they can be stable in times of a lot of tweeting. This is just a random Wednesday, though. So, as you said, as the Super Bowl approaches and more people are tweeting, it raises the idea of will it be able to continue to support so many users. And it got through the World Cup, sure. That's much larger than the Super Bowl, although Eagles fans might not want you to think that. Let's go Giants. But, I think one of the big things to take from this is Elon Musk sent out a tweet, and essentially he basically told people at Twitter to stop working on features. He said, please pause for now on new feature development in favor of maximizing system stability and robustness, especially with the Super Bowl coming up. So this clearly means that they want to focus on stability, despite the fact that they had this downtime just days before the big game.
And you have to figure, especially as advertisers, getting a bit more stingy, getting a bit more tight with their finances. This is the last thing you want to hear, especially before something as big as the Super Bowl. And what do you think this does? Because people have a love-hate relationship with Twitter, but people were very, very anxious when they couldn't get on Twitter. So clearly there's the demand that we'll have to see if that actually translates into people wanting to spend more money, though, on Twitter.
Yeah, I would say it's akin to an addiction with Twitter, where you're like, man, I hate that I do this, but I got to do it. It's like how I eat chocolate in the middle of the night. I hate that I do it, but I love doing it. And I think, that's what most people feel when it comes to Twitter. As far as advertisers go, that's, a bigger question. They've been having problems with advertisers since Elon Musk took over, and a number pulled back on their ad spend. So, we've had Twitter try to woo them back by offering them, discounts and things along those lines for advertising. I think a lot of people are saying, look, the digital ad market still isn't where it needs to be, despite the fact that we had seen some positive results from Facebook. The digital ad market for them, obviously still a problem. Same with Google, same with Snap. That was the bigger problem, I think, for them than the others. But, when you look at something like Twitter, we're discussing how, it's a private company now, so we don't know exactly how their financials are. But you have to wonder how much people are willing to put into a company that they've already seemingly lost confidence in as Elon Musk took over. And now with this downtime after all of those cuts, will there be more problems ahead as they start to deal with big events like the Super Bowl? And frankly, anything that can happen on any other day that's a big event. Look, we had that earthquake in Turkey. Obviously, Turkey and Twitter had that issue where Twitter was down. Twitter reached back out and seems to have gotten it all handled. That's not a technical problem on their point. But still, when you're looking at major events like that, Twitter is a big place where people tend to go for the latest news. And if it goes down during a significant event along those lines, then it can be really problematic.
Indeed. Well, thank you for that update. Yahoo Finance's Dan Howley, thank you for joining me this morning.